Welcome to Stock Talk with Nico Kritikos. Today we're going to be going over a video that I made 4 months ago talking about 10 stocks that were good buys at the time. And so we're going to go over those 10 stocks and we are going to see how they've done over the past 4 months. So I posted this video on March 5th, okay? And if we take a look at the first stock, we could see that was Shopify, okay? So Shopify at the time was trading at $1,084 a share. Okay. Today, Shopify is $14.65. So it's had about a 25% upward move in the last 4 months. Okay. So not bad at all. So I'm up about 34% or $1,200 on that position. Very happy with that one. Then if we go to the next one, number 2 is Corsair Gaming, which was trading at $30 a share. This one, I have a feeling I'm not going to be as happy with. So Corsair, over the last couple months, Corsair is very frustrating because, as you can see, over the past year, ever since, really since I started making the video, in the beginning of March, it's hovered around this $30 to $34 a share mark, and it just keeps going up and down. It can't break these resistance points yet. So, I think Corsair Gaming is going to double. I would not be surprised if Corsair doubled by the end of the year. So I still believe strongly in this company. I'm actually thinking about buying more shares. Right now I have 95 shares, and I'm thinking about buying more. But at the time, you can see that, let's see, it was trading at $30 a share, and so it's only moved up 2 or 3%, which isn't much, but still a good one to buy for the long term. Then next one up on the list is JinkoSolar. This one is interesting because I kind of feel like I got stuck in this position a little bit because I bought it too early on at a bad price. I shouldn't have. And so what happened with this one was I got my cost basis down to $50 a share, and I had about $4,000 in here. And if we look at the stock chart here, you can see I started buying around this $50 mark, or I got my cost basis down. And then from all these months, I had to wait for it to go down to 30, and it eventually came back up to 57. And then I sold all my shares probably for like a 5% profit or something, just because I did not like the financials of this company. Their margins are very low right now just because of the supply chain disruptions because of COVID and stuff. And although I'm not going to say it's a bad company, I could still see the stock going up over the next couple months. I'm just not interested in owning it like I was back then. So kind of happy I got out of that one. That one was a little bit stressful. So Jinko was at 41 then, now it's at 50. So if you would have bought then, you still would be up a decent amount today. But okay, moving on. Next one is Salesforce. This one was kind of frustrating too for me because Salesforce, if you look at the chart here, you can see this one was a lot of up and down and a lot of I was confused why it wasn't recovering as fast as all the other tech stocks were. So this one was kind of frustrating too, but luckily it's starting to move back up now. We're up about 9.5% or $320. And so this one's a really safe one to be in though, because this one, Salesforce, is so big and they just keep growing. They just acquired Slack. So this company, let's see, market cap of 230 billion. This is going to be a company that stays just a monster in the industry. So pretty happy with that one. But at the time, Salesforce was trading at what? $208 a share? Yeah, $208 a share. So 208 to 247, that would have been a very nice return. Over the last 3 months, it's up about 12.7%. So Salesforce, that was pretty solid. Moving on, NVIDIA. This one is very interesting, okay? You know what? Give me 1 minute. Okay, so next one, NVIDIA. This stock has been a monster over the last 3 months, okay? when I made this video in March, it was trading at $490 a share. Today it's 820. That's in 4 months. That is crazy. Okay. I mean, I'm honestly, I sold out of my shares when it hit like around the 750 mark. So I'm kind of frustrated because I really thought this stock was going to come back down, because I thought there's no way it's going to sustain this giant run that it just had from $500 a share, or back in March it was 450, and now it's at 820. So I should have kept my shares. I always regret selling my stocks too fast, but I still think Nvidia is going to come back down probably to, at least this $600 to $700 range, and then I'm going to buy more shares. But it's kind of frustrating what happened. But Nvidia they are an amazing company, so that would have been a great one to get in. Then next up on the list we have Qualcomm. And Qualcomm, my issue with this one was when it initially dipped back in, I want to say January. Let's see. Yeah, January or February when it first dipped, I started buying in the 140s, this $142 a share, and that was too early. It didn't dip enough. I should have waited longer. So Qualcomm kind of did a similar thing where it dipped and then it kind of got stuck in this $130 to $140 range, and it's still sitting at $142 a share today. So back then it was 128, so you would have barely made any money. But still, I still think Qualcomm's a great company. It's just I bought it at a little bit too rich of a valuation. So let's keep going. Oh, this one is really good too. Here we go. This one I should have bought more shares. I should have made this a bigger position, because right now I'm up $3,000. So I have $3,000 invested. I should have invested like another 1,000 into this back when it was 260, because I did not buy enough. I bought like 2 shares at 260, and now look at I'm up over 100% on this, because I've been buying Facebook for a while now. So Facebook's at 354 today. That's crazy. So Facebook, fantastic company. I still see this one going to probably $500, $600 a share, and that one's an amazing one. So if you would have bought this back then at $260 a share, you'd be up huge today. So that's great one there. Then we have next up on the list, PayPal. This one is I think this is the only one I don't own. This is the only stock I didn't buy, just because, again, I thought the valuation never got cheap enough. So if you look at the 1-year chart, you can see that it did have a little bit of, so it spiked in February, it went all the way to 300. And then right around the time I made this video, it did drop all the way to 226, but I didn't really think that was that great of a deal. I don't know, for some reason, I felt like the valuation was still too high. But I mean, from where it was back then, where was it? $236 a share, and today it's $290. So you still would have made a decent amount of money on this one too if you bought back in March. Okay, now we're getting, here we go, Teladoc Health. This one's interesting too. This one, I did not buy it at the time of the video back in March, but I did buy this one a couple of weeks ago because it got a lot cheaper. It got a lot cheaper, and I'm glad I didn't buy back when it was at 184. So this might be the only one that went down, I think, because Teladoc, $184 a share it was, and today it's 164. So yeah, you'd be down on this position. Luckily, I bought this one when it had a little dip recently, and I bought it at 149. And so now, we're up 10%, and this one is probably going to be a longer term hold for me, because this one, the valuation is super high on this one, but I mean, I think it has a lot of potential still long term, so I'll probably hold on to that one. But I'm pretty sure that is the last one on here. Oh no, then we have Amazon. Amazon's been pretty solid too. If we look at Amazon, we can see that when I made the video in March, it was, I want to say it was under 3,200. It was, let's see. And yeah, Amazon was under $3,000 a share, sitting right under 3,000. Today it's 3,500. So you would that's a really good return too. Amazon, I bought one share at 3,000. Today it's at 3,500. So I'm up about $440 or 14%. So not bad. Amazon's getting so big with a market cap of 1.7 trillion. When it hits like 4,000 or so, I'm probably going to sell that one. But Amazon's a pretty safe company to be in, so I'm not worried about that. But yeah, these are all the 10 stocks from back in March. And so they all went up pretty nicely besides for Teladoc. So, yep, that's it for today. If you guys bought any of those stocks when I made that video back in March, I'd be interested to know. So comment down below if you did buy any of those stocks.